Well, hello folks, welcome back to a chilly day here in Nova Scotia today. It's not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was like -10, like -21, 22 with the wind chill. Today's like -4, -5, like -15 or so with the wind chill, so not as bad today. But construction in the wintertime, not the easiest thing to schedule and predict what's going to happen. It's one of those things where some jobs you take chances. You could get started on a big job or whatever, weather's great, and next thing, boom, just like that, it changes. And here in Nova Scotia, the weather changes like non-stop. It's absolutely crazy. You know, for instance, here is my garage slab situation. We had so much nice weather October and the first half of November or so, and the second that I had this like ready and inspected and ready to pour, we've had nothing but warm days with a lot of rain, snow, or very cold days where you can't pour concrete. So here it sits. The in-floor heat is run, the insulation's done, everything is ready to go for concrete. And I had to cover this over before we got that big snowstorm before Christmas, so that it wouldn't fill full of ice and snow, and then I would be absolutely messed for the whole year. So we got it covered over, so at least if we get a couple decent days, we can pull it off and get it done and get the building put up. But it's a new year, it's cold, but things still need to keep getting done. So I have, over at the chalet property, I have 2 septics to do, and then we got to put the screw piles in and all that. I've already got the lots like prepped and ready to go, but the septics have to get done. The permits run out this spring, so I need to get that completed. Also, I have a septic and a backfilling of a hose to do down in Chester. So I've got 3 septics here right now. I've got some sand over here. I'm gonna go for a load or 2 of clear stone to take down to the chalet property so that it's there, because the access into that place is not very easy. It is down 2 really, well, actually 3 steep hills on that property. So right now the ground is bare. I can get in and get out, no problem. At least if I get the material in there, then it's in there and I can get the machines down and do its thing. But if we get some snow and ice and all that, I'm not going to be getting a truck down there. So I know for sure that I need to get, I think, 2 loads of gravel down there and another load of sand. I have a load of sand down there right now. So instead of going all the way to the valley for a load of septic sand, I'll probably just come here and use the excavator to load some sand that I have sitting at the pit right now. Because yeah, it's a long drive up there and back. But first things first, I guess, let's go to the quarry and get a load of clear stone. Boy, it's a lot quieter in here than what it was the last time I was in here. The last time I was in here, there was an asphalt plant set up behind me, and there was an asphalt plant set up over here. You couldn't even drive through here. You had to come up and do a detour all the way around and come down and then back. That was before Christmas. Here we are now, and it is quiet. Very quiet. Good, they still got some 1-inch. Because that's what I need right there. I think I gotta come over here at some point with my excavator and pick out some rocks for a rock wall at my house. So I'm gonna just leave the truck and drive and see what it decides to do coming up this hill. I don't have any lockers on right now. They're in 2nd gear right now. Still in 2nd gear. third. Now it's in fourth. So I'm gonna put my, I want it to shift down. Third, fourth. I actually want it to shift down. I want to go down this hill. I'd rather it not be in fourth. I'd rather it be in second or third going down this hill. Doesn't want to downshift. This is not bad though. I'm gonna put it manual, keep it in fourth. So between the truck right now and, well, the truck's doing all this. So between the transmission and the exhaust brake, it's just creeping down the hill. I don't even not have my foot on the brake at all. That's a pretty steep hill. So I'll take it at a manual for this little straight stretch. So we're up in eighth now. I don't want that. Fifth. Rather drop down to fourth again because that was so good, but we're in fifth now and it's still manual. My foot is not on the brake. I guess with 18 gears, fourth and fifth gear looks like it'd be just fine. Very good. Saves your brakes. If you were on some bit of snow, it saves you from going into a slide. Very nice. Take it out of manual. Ready to go. Alright, well, let's go dump this load off. So, Trevor got the load of sand and clear stone delivered down here. So this lot looks like it's ready to roll for material. So we'll head back up to the other lot. problem. Now I'm gonna get out and figure out where exactly I want to drop this. So the septic is going over in this area. So I need to, this needs to get cut down. It's a C1 system going that way. But I got lots of room here to dump it off, because the structure is going like back in here, so I can dump it off anywhere out here. I'll put a load of clear out here and then a load of sand over there, and we'll be good to go. Wicked. Must be a decent little current that goes along this lake here, along the shore. It's open out there, it's open all the way along the shore here, and even over there. I mean, this is not that big of a lake. It's a good size, but it's not huge by any means. Yeah, it must be a pretty decent little current goes through there. All right, so I think I'm gonna go load up the load of sand now and get it done so that it's here and on site. All right, well, that load's done. Now see if I can get up that hill. Well, I know I can. I'm just gonna put my divider on and see if that does it. Instead of locking both axles, I'm just gonna put my divider on. I'm not gonna spin up the road, and I don't want to puncture a tire or anything like that. So if it does start to spin, then I'm gonna stop and use all the tools that the truck has to offer. Alright, so I got my divider locked up. It keeps shifting up. 5th gear, I'm gonna lock it in 5th gear. Didn't spin at all. Take it out of manual. Down the 5th, lock it in. So little things you get used to with the truck. The only way that you figure it out is by getting into certain situations. Trevor used the truck a couple times. He was going up a couple hills and he didn't put it in manual. The truck doesn't know what's in front of it. It can only start to think for itself when it's halfway through. But you know, you can see what's going on, tell it what to do. That way it's not trying to shift on the hill and then all of a sudden it loses all momentum and it's got to try so much harder to get going again. When you got 15 ton of material on back, you're grossing 26,000 pounds, 26,000 kgs. Yeah, that's the last thing you want. I really like how this works. So right now I've only got my exhaust brake or engine brake in level 1. I don't have a load on by any means, but again, going down this hill, I don't have to touch my brakes at all. Alright, so let's get a load of sand. Luckily it's not wet. Nice to have the skid steer on the cleanup bucket, but we'll make do. This machine just fires right up. The only excavator that I have or have had that is better in the cold than this one is my 080, my Kubota. That thing, like last year when we had that minus 30, minus 40 day or 2 days, it fired right up like easy. This did, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this did eventually. My 80 Sany, I don't know what the deal with that is. That does not like the cold. And I've got it's the second battery so far in that too, and something's going on. It's got the battery drained again. You got to boost it like every time to start it. Other than that, I love the machine. Like, people ask me, how do you like your Sanys? I'm like, well, I started with one, which was this one. I quickly bought a second one, and if I get rid of one or trade one in or whatever, more than likely I'll be getting another one. I sort of have 3 of the same size machines right now, just because of how I was set up when I first bought my excavators. I was doing more mulching than anything, going all over the province, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and doing mulching. And the 8-ton/9-ton is basically the biggest that you can haul with a gooseneck and a trailer. So I had 2 goosenecks and 3 dualies at the time, including my 550, and 3 of these excavators of this size. I didn't have a dump truck yet. I just hired dump trucks. But the situation has changed a bit. Don't do as much of the mulching anymore. Still do a bit, quite a bit, but not dedicated to that. Do a lot more groundwork now than what I used to, and of course I've got 3 dump trucks now, so I think it would make sense if I do have 3 machines. I think like the 8-ton size, keep one of those. I'd love to get a 15-ton, 13 to 15 ton. and maybe even like a 5 or 6 ton, something that I can haul on my flat deck. I don't need to use my gooseneck. So anyway, we'll see what takes place. Gotta sit down and really plan some stuff out this winter. I do have 36-inch buckets on my machines though. I recommend 30, but I said no. I'll take the 36. This sand here for a couple of reasons. One, for situations like this, if I needed a load of sand, but also I needed to do my septic for my shop as well. Now that is a good load. So push this pile back in a little neater. All right, let's check this out. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a good load. All right, well there we go. We got our load of sand, load of stone. We have all the material other than pipe and some fabric that we need on site to do this septic. Now just gotta get down here with the machine, get the rest of the area cleared off, lay it in. I'm gonna cut this grade down through here, so I don't need to be worrying about a pump system or nothing. We can come out of the bunkie into the tank, which I don't know if I'm gonna run the tank over there or put the tank over here. Either way, I'm gonna have to put SDR pipe or 6-inch pipe underneath, so that people driving over it don't crush the pipe. And then the septic over here. I don't know, I asked the guys to clear 100 feet. Gave them the plans and all that, but this definitely ain't 100 feet. I can tell you that. From there to here. Anyway, we'll get her. So I'm heading into town right now with a half a load of 1-inch clear for a job that I got going on for a filtration ditch that I need to install on a lot job that we're working on right now. Trevor's there ripping some huge stumps out. He's got 2 of them out. There is 1 more to come out, but I need to be able to I need to see if I can get permission from the neighbors, because I know for sure I'm going to rip this stump out, that it's going to mess up their little rock wall thing that they got going on, which I can put back, but without their permission I can't touch any of it. But anyway, we'll see when I get there. I might be able to get these stumps loaded on this truck, or we might need to get the International so that we can open the barn door in the back and put them in that way, because these things are big. They're big. All right, folks, here we are back at home. Bit of an early day today. His Bauer has hockey, his first hockey in a while. He's been pretty sick, but we're gonna give it a go today, see how he does. But yeah, we got all the material into the chalet property that I need to do the septics, and I got the load of ground for this box drain type thing that has to happen, filtration trench that has to happen at that site in town. And tomorrow we should be able to get that one closer wrapped up, other than digging the footings. That one should be done for now until after the concrete is done and whatnot, which who knows when that's going to be. And then I got to move on to the septic down in Chester, and then the 2 septics over there at the chalet property, and then we'll see what happens after that. But that's it. So until next time, folks, take care, stay safe. We'll see you then. Bye.